masters wickedness. They see the way Esau does it. They see the way Esau performs wickedness, and they master it. To be more creative and everything than the wicked themselves.
God, just look at the, hey, that's on every level, you know? Even with this, the LGBTQ plus IA, all that different, all that stuff. Jake goes the hardest in fact stuff, and homosexuality, you know, and being a tranny, you know? Jake will go get a surgery for it, man. You know, our people are, man, the wickedness from our people is ridiculous.
And see how many straight men they can catch. Jake is just the worst, man. 2/3 of Israel are the worst people on the planet. I thought it was Esau. It's 2/3 of our own people that are the worst. They judge not the cause of the fatherless, yet they prosper. And the right of the needy do they not judge. Shall I not visit for these things, saith the Lord? Shall not my soul be avenged on such a nation as this?
He said, shall I not visit these things? Basically, do you niggas not think I'm gonna get you back for this? Hey, what's that in Ecclesiastes?
19.
7? Because it's either 7 or 8. It's like it. Where it says, because sentence against an evil work isn't executed speedily, the hearts of the sons of men are fully setting them to do evil.
When you jump down a little bit, it says, but it will not be well with the wicked.
Kind.
Yeah, that word visit means punishment.
Kind, bro. He's gonna get you for all the wrong that you've done, you know? Because really, Jake, the 2/3 still, they got a lot of blood on their hands too, because they're a cancer, you know? They affect those around them, you know? It could be as simple as, well, really, ultimately, if you were meant to be a 2/3, you're a 2/3. But if you were a so-called good person in the world, or a decent Jake within the world, and you start hanging with 2/3, hey, it's easy for that spirit of the 2/3 to rub off on you and affect you. Next thing you know, you smoking with them, you know, you lighting up blunts and doing all these different things with them. You messing with other men's women, you know, because that demonic vibration is heavy upon our people, and they took it right from Esau. You know, they said he was a murderer from the beginning, and the bold not the truth. Hey, Jake is much similar. Jake is just full of just disgust and it's wickedness, man. It's plain and simple.
That's why Jake has become an infamy in the mouth of the heathen. The heathen look down on Jake like looking at animals in the zoo, man. You know, that's why they treat you niggas the way they treat you. You know, don't come in our restaurant, man. I don't want you niggas up in here. It's a restaurant no, it was a bar in New Jersey, where basically it was a strict dress code that if you didn't meet these different criteria according to the dress code, you're not allowed to come into that bar. And it basically lists like you can't wear pants with no belt. You can't have no fitted caps,
sports apparel,
no type of athletic sports apparel. You know, like all the shit. You know, cargo shorts. You know, all urban apparel, man. Urban wear. You can't wear none of that in their in that bar. You know, and I mean, yeah, it's you know, they say, you know, it's racist, which, you know, you could conclude that, you know, basically the Edomite that came up with that, he basically just don't want no niggas in his establishment.
Basically.
And sometimes,
the way you niggas are, man, can't blame you.
Everywhere you go, niggas is fucking shit up, man.
Niggas is reckless.
You go to a fucking Denny's, you go to a Waffle House in the South, any restaurant, niggas is tearing shit up, man. Getting into fights, throwing plates at each other and shit, trying to crack each other over the head with plates.
Fighting behind the counter.
Yeah, man. Knocking over the table, throwing chairs at each other, man.
Beating cashiers up at McDonald's and Zaxby's.
Yeah.
All kinds of crazy shit.
So yeah, these nations, they look down on you niggas, man.
Hey, God.
Limitations.
Hey, like a perfect 2/3 example would be like in the movie Don't Be a Menace. And you had that when who was that, Old Dog and they was up in the Chinese the goop place.
Menace Society?
Yeah, Menace Society.
Old Dog and Trey.
Yeah, Trey, they was up in they went to the liquor store or whatever. You know, and he said, of course the goops was racist, you know what I'm saying, hurry up and buy and things like that. But Old Dog was a straight nigga. You know? He ended up killing him. You know? Off of that. He ended up of unstable, you know? At any moment they could pop, at any moment they could have a nigga moment. You know, that's why that Boondocks episode, the nigga moment was so accurate.
Oh, yeah.
Because it's something as simple as accidentally bumping into somebody can turn into a brawl, you know? Like back at the time, I used to hear stories from parents and uncles and things like that, and it could be as simple as Jake get together and go to and meet up at like a store or something like that. You know, everybody having a good time, dancing, this music. Next thing you know, you hearing gunshots, niggas just fighting, and bodies is left on the floor. Cause niggas are cancer.
Didn't that happen at that so-called that Hennessy Fest or something?
Yeah, the Hennessy Fest.
Yeah, in Texas. Yeah.
Niggas can't go nowhere without some shit popping off, man. You know, you hear about a gathering, you know, a function.
House party.
You know, you like, so what kind of music they gonna be playing there? You know?
Hip hop.
Hey, we will be pumping that new, you know, that new Chief Keef, that new Tekashi, Herbie Schmurda, you know what I'm saying? Fuck that.
I go,
I
man.
ain't going there.
Sure.
Go somewhere where they playing like smooth jazz with, you know, places that got an actual band live playing instruments.
Hey,
You gonna see like civil, you know, Jakes that are civil.
Yeah.
You know, they regular Jakes, but they're civil.
Yeah.
That's how you know like music has vibrations, man. If you go into a function and it's nothing but like niggas rap music, that shit is guaranteed to get shot up. A fight's gonna happen. It's gonna be some shit, you know. And if you going to a fest where they playing like, you know, jazz music or, you know, some neo soul or something like that, that's a whole different crowd, man.
Yeah.
Classical music.
Because that vibration. You remember like the movie Gremlins when the water would get on them, they'd just like bug out and burn.
Yeah.
That's like the vibration. That's like the vibration of good music, Baroque or Baroque's, like you meaning blessed music, or to a nigga. They can't stand it. You know, they like, you know, I gotta leave. You know, because it kind of don't vibe with their spirit. A nigga would never go to an opera.
Because the demons is like, man, you better get out of here. We're gonna leave you. And Jake don't want the demons to leave.
Something with anything with a hard bass and a snare is prone to bring gun violence, you know? And that's why it's put so heavy in the system. And that's why the vibration of this generation is so demonic. And that's why the scriptures tell you, hey, all these things shall pass in this generation, and then the end shall come, you know? Because this generation has to be the ones to see it. Because you got sagging niggas with dirty ass dreads and just pure filth running rampant within this society, you know? Niggas would niggas bring forth disease, death.
Hey, them niggas across the street.
Hey, man.
Dreads and
Dreads. Any nigga with dreads, you do not trust. Don't trust them. Don't be around them. Face tats and dreads, man. Leave that shit alone. Leave it alone, man. You can turn it back on. You know?
And God, and it's a scripture, and it's like not just a scripture, but an account of how vibrations alter your spirits. You know, when King David, he had who was that played the harp? He had someone.
King David
playing the harp.
King David was playing the harp, and the demons got off of Saul, man. You know, which shows to you or proves to you that music has different vibrations. You know, it changes the way you're thinking and everything. You put on an instrumental and start reading the scriptures, something as simple as classical music when you're studying or when you're going to sleep, it'll put you in a better mind state, you know?
You'll learn more.
But it's a bunch of niggas that'll bump just a bunch of BS before they go to sleep and have a bunch of demonic thoughts.
Yeah, what we're talking about is a song, man.
Kind, bro.
With the scriptures, man, this is a song, man. The vibration that's like, it's a vibration that'll make demons hop off. Right. I remember when I first came to the truth, I was just watching. I used to fall asleep, and demons try to put me to sleep to not hear it. I wake up and start the video over, and just kept forcing myself to make it through the whole video. And eventually, I was going through the whole video, not getting sleepy no more.
Forcing yourself to eat.
Yeah, force feeding myself past the starvation of these damn demons on me. You know? And that's what Jake gotta endure. When you come into this thing, you gotta endure those worldly energies that's trying to keep you away from the vibration of righteousness.
Because even the apostle said all the time, they say you are your worst enemy. You know, because you truly are. Because the things you do, the habits you have, you know, all these different things that you play out, hey, they're either gonna benefit towards your spirit, or they're gonna blacken it, or put it in darkness. That's why the scriptures tell you when you understand the word, or when you're new, it says put off that old man, put off the old man in his ways. You know, because that nigga you were in the world, that nigga had a bunch of demons on him. You know, he was into adultery and just a bunch of BS. He was into folly. He was into partying and surfing and being and drunkenness. You know, he was into all the ways of the world. But once the Most High opens your eyes, that old man is supposed to be killed. You know?
If I may say, you gotta, thank the Most High, the water Yahweh Shai, that he actually he gave you the mercy. He gave you the mercy to actually have a chance to repent from being that man.
Bro.
Like you gotta be thankful that the Lord didn't kill you when you was that man.
Yeah.
He could have killed you and not even open up his mercy to you. When he decided to wake you up to this so you can change your ways, that's mercy, man.
That's mercy.
You know? That's straight mercy right there, man. I got something down. This is Proverbs 4:19. It says, "The way of the wicked is as darkness. They know not at what they stumble."
Yeah, they don't know.
They don't even know, man.
They don't consider
It don't even take a thought for them to realize that their way is what's been getting them dragged and meted out and trodden down, destroyed mentally, physically, spiritually. They don't even consider it, man. That's how you know we're in the valley of the shadow of death, because this is the land where darkness is the light. All Jake knows is the ways of darkness, man. That's why Jake only know to do evil and not to do good, because in this society, good is considered evil and evil is considered good.
God, bro, it's a switch.
Yeah, you do got some Jake, they got their conscience or whatever.
Right.
The conscience fuck with it. Like, man, I'm the wicked out here, man.
Jake will say, "I'm done with that life."
Right.
You know?
Yeah, but the Most High hasn't opened up to them who the real teachers are. There's a lot of Jake that's starving for this truth, but don't know and don't quite believe that this is it. They're trying to leave the former wickedness of their lives, but they're not fully woke up. And he said he would bring us up out the graves, but he didn't put his breath of life back in everybody. You got something, y'all. Yeah, that's in Ezekiel 37.
This is Proverbs chapter 6, verse 9. How long wilt thou sleep, O sluggard? When wilt thou arise out of thy sleep? Yet a little sleep, a little slumber, a little folding of the hands to sleep.
And the cold part about it is Jake is too lazy to put the work in to get this truth. And it's toward their salvation.
Because that sleep ultimately brings forth darkness. Because being awake brings forth the light. Understanding, which is the spirit and power of Yahweh Shai is the wisdom of the scripture. Keep on, bro.
So shall thy poverty come as one that travaileth, and thy want as an armed man. A naughty person.
And with this government shutdown, you're going to watch Jake really looking for any way to get out of it. Then they're going to come looking for us for the answers of why they can't get out of it. And it's going to be too late. When you had the opportunity to find the truth and to get the answers, now it's not going to be there for you.
If a man don't work, then neither shall he eat.
Yeah.
Basically, it's a labor to get this wisdom, man. It's a work in itself to search the scriptures. Okay, study to show thyself approved.
Yeah.
All right.
Unto the Most High God, a workman that needeth not be ashamed.
A work
Can't be ashamed to put the work in, man. Hey, most things that are precious in life come with work. You gotta work to get to that to this level. It ain't nothing really just falls on you that's worthwhile.
It's easy to sell out. It's easy. It's easy to do bad. Because look, the world is doing it. Everybody that's not in the arms of the spirit and power of Yahweh Shai, they're ultimately doing wickedness. So it's easy to fall into the wrong way, but to do the right thing is way more difficult. Because not only do you have wickedness against you, but you have those that are doing the wickedness against you. You know. Those are going that way.
A naughty person, a wicked man, walketh with a froward mouth. He winketh with his eyes. He speaketh with his feet. He teacheth with his fingers. Frowardness is in his heart. He deviseth
All these
mischief.
things are in Jake now.
And forwardness basically means perversion. You know, perversion, which means to be, wicked. You know, wickedness. Go ahead.
He deviseth mischief continually. He soweth discord. Therefore shall his calamity.
And it's funny, you can easily say that, like, the 2/3 scriptures and Esau scriptures like go hand in hand. Like they're you can read the same things and you'll see that they link right up together. Except the ending of them, because Esau has no future,
Yeah.
and the 2/3 after death by pain will have a future.
Yeah. Like when we read the scriptures, every time it says wicked, don't think for a second that you can only just apply it to Esau.
Right.
They originally applied to wicked Israelites first,
Right.
but we apply it to Esau because, according to Malachi, the 1st chapter, he's known as the border of wickedness.
Yeah.
We know he's the wicked, he's the devil, but Jacob is also devils too. So whatever scripture you can cut Esau with and show him his wickedness, you can also use those same scriptures to cut wicked Israelites.
And what
right.
ties them in is the one we read earlier about
You
John 8.
are of your father the devil. That's right, man. The only difference is when you read about the wicked, like when you go to Ezekiel, for example, it tells you to warn the wicked from his wicked ways. Those are Israelites that can repent from their wickedness.
Right.
Esau, he can't repent.
And when he saw the careful details, he won't repent.
Exactly. He gonna be holding with the cords of his sins. He gonna be destroyed for his wickedness. But Jake actually got they could have a chance, man. You know, because Jake is not supposed to be wicked. You know.
Continue. Therefore shall his calamity come suddenly. Suddenly shall he be.
Then shall his calamity come suddenly, man. Don't it tell you that in the Apocrypha? It's like Sirach 5, how if you take too long to turn to the Lord, that basically the Lord will bring judgment upon you and your security, man. You might be thinking you prospering in your wicked way. You know, you ain't got caught for it yet, or the Most High ain't brought judgment upon you. Within moments. But the Lord can catch your ass right when you at your most comfort zone, man.
Most vulnerable.
Yeah, most vulnerable, man.
This is Sirach 5 and 3, and it reads, Sirach 5 and 3, Sirach 5 and 3. And say not, who shall control me for my works, for the Lord will surely revenge thy pride.
Yep.
Say not, I have sinned, and what harm hath happened unto me, for the Lord
Yeah,
is...
that's Jake, because Jake got that reprobate spirit on him.
He's
That
responsible.
no matter how much wickedness they do, as long as nothing bad is happening to them, and they're getting away with doing their dirt, they're gonna keep doing it. They're gonna keep doing that shit, man. And as long as it brings them comfort and basically, if I'm doing evil to somebody and it's to my pleasure, it's to my gain, I'm gaining from doing evil to this person, I'm gonna keep doing it.
It's working.
Hey, a lot of these women do that.
Con.
These women are experts at that. They keep doing it. And then out of nowhere, judgment comes down.
Hey, something's got to change. If you don't, and this is the thing about, let's make this for all Israel, right? All you Negro, Latino, Native American, confusion of faces, and for everyone. Until you actually change from the ways that you've been raised up to be, it's all going to be the same. So if you want some change, you got to actually go out and do something. The only thing we ain't tried is 100% through this book, under the right vibration of this book, in the name of Yahweh Shemel Shah. We didn't try it every other way, and none of them has been prosperous for us as people. This is the only way.
Oh, if I might say real quick, since I mentioned a woman, the fucking Twitter, YouTube rapper, whatever her name was, that got killed in Florida. I think she called herself Nina the Boss or some shit like
With
that.
the 6 kids.
With the 6 kids. See, she got judgment. She got judged because even though the media is gonna put out there, you know, she was a victim of homicide. She got killed. Or she was a mother of 6. This, you know, she was an aspiring rapper. But Jake in the streets, they know these people. The streets will talk about, you know, hey, I remember what this wicked shit this bitch did.
Yeah.
Man, they was talking about how this bitch, her and the dude that got killed with her, they used to set motherfuckers up to get robbed.
Yep.
They was constantly, that was how they was getting their money. She was stripping or whatever she was doing, and she was also, you know, doing licks with this nigga.
Probably setting up the niggas that she was stripping for. Probably.
And what happened to the bitch? Her and the nigga. They thought that was gonna continue. That was gonna be their hustle. You know, they gonna just get away with it. You know, they don't ever think. You know, Jake don't ever think, man. Until the bad shit finally happens, comes on.
Evil
him,
against the
Yeah,
system work.
but
I
they
mean,
ain't
evil.
no
Yeah. Continue to go, bro.
It's one more verse. It's 5 and 2. Follow not thine own mind and thy strength to walk in the ways of thy heart. And say not, who shall control me for my works? For the Lord will surely revenge thy pride. Say not, I have sinned, and what harm hath happened unto me? For the Lord is long suffering. He will in no wise let thee go. Concerning propitiation, be not without fear to add sin unto sin.
That's the problem. Jake don't have fear of the Most High, man. That's why they send them to continuously sin. Okay, that's why, man. Because Jake don't have fear, so that's why they keep doing what they do. You know. Go ahead,
And say not, his mercy is great.
Hurt his heart to even look at it, man. You got a crucifix on his neck.
That picture's all over the house.
You know,
Yeah, I already know. just like Issachar too, man. They're gonna keep worshiping those idols, and then eventually, you know. Hey, good for you, you fucking you spics down there that got fucked up by that gas explosion. yo. Good for you, man. The Most High ain't playing with y'all, man.
The Lord ain't playing with them.
All right.
They getting it.
Your Guadalupe and all that other shit, that didn't save y'all from that fire.
Mary.
Man. Had your asses running, screaming in agony. Running, just, all you saw was running flames and shit.
Yep.
The Lord did
saw
that
hell.
to you.
They saw hell right
Motherfuckers,
there.
hey, brother, them Iscarites down there in Mexico, them cartels, man, they ain't got no mercy, bro. And they got that man. They worship that man and the white version of Mary, man.
Yeah.
They got them all up in their house, man. And they some fucking animals down there.
Yeah, you gotta understand, how about Shimon Shah gotta throw all these items right here. Down on this side. You gotta throw all these down. They all gotta get thrown down.
These two right here.
Yeah, in that land right there. But every last one of these idols on this sign got, and whoever more Jake then created for themselves, all gotta get thrown down.
They worship the Pope too. They'll bow to the Pope.
Hey, continue, bro. See, they don't understand that they're sinning. All right, sinning. They're just heaping unto themselves sin upon sin. Every time they pray with the little rosary beads, every time they call the Pope the Father, every time they put those Edomite images in their house, all they're doing is committing sin after sin with no fear. Go ahead, bro.
Concerning propitiation, be not without fear to add sin unto sin,
Okay.
and say not, his mercy is great. He will be pacified for the multitude of my sins.
Okay.
For mercy and wrath come from him, and his indignation resteth upon sinners.
Hey, because like it also say, even though the Lord is great in mercy, but so is his correction. Okay? The Lord he'll allow you to do things for a certain amount of time, but he also give you a way to escape it. He give you an out during that time
he
that
don't
you're
murder
doing
you,
it.
but you gotta take that straight gate out. It's usually a difficult way, but it's clearly the righteous way. But a lot of you won't go that way because there's a heavy responsibility to go the right way. You're gonna be shunned by your peers. You're gonna be looked at among your family members and friends. You're gonna lose money. the things of this carnal world that you consider valuable, you got to give all that away. And a lot of you ain't willing to sacrifice nothing for the Lord.
Right.
You said you were
Keep going, huh?
Make no tarrying to turn to the Lord Yahweh, and put not off from day to day.
Yep.
For suddenly shall the wrath of the Lord come forth, and in thy security thou shalt be destroyed, and perish in the day of vengeance.
Day of vengeance, man. The Lord will preserve your ass, man. He'll preserve you,
Peace
man.
and
You
safety.
can do all your wickedness as long as you want to. All right? But the Most High, he don't never come in and let you know. He's not going to come down from his throne to the earth and let you know, like, hey, I'm getting ready to kill you. He's going to let you just do what you do. And it's going to be in some way or fashion where you're going to be humble, you know, and certain bad shit start happening to you to get you to think.
Come, bro, come.
Sometimes the Lord will humble, he'll jack you up just to get you to think, man.
Yeah.
And if sometimes for Jake, well, really a lot of times with Jake, it gives him the reason to even go even more harder, man.
For wickedness.
And wickedness.
Yeah, like some
This
like
nigga soldier boy, man.
Come, bro.
Then your ass almost just damn
Die.
near get put to death in a car accident or a car, something happened to him. Nigga face was all swollen and shit. He had a bandage around his I think it was his neck or something. But now this nigga on the Breakfast Club talking all type of shit, man. Just blowing smoke all over the place, man. You know? Jake, they don't figure it out, man. Jake is fucking sadish, man. You know? But that's why the Lord, you know, when he roll up, when the Most High opens up on Jake ain't gonna have no excuse. It tells you that your sins are gonna be your own accusers.
Yep, that's right.
Okay? You ain't gonna be able to plead with the Most High, man. You already had your chance to when he called out to you, you refused. You know? Come on.
Isaiah 1 and 4. A sinful nation, a people laden with iniquity, a seed of evildoers, children that are corrupters.
Just corrupters, man. All they know is just to be fucking wicked, man. You know? Down there worshiping the dead. And you wonder why the Lord got your asses starving down there. Why the Lord bringing big ass devastating earthquakes. You know, taking out your electricity. You know? Wonder why you the so-called white man is keeping his foot on your neck down there, man. You know? You down there sitting on all that oil. All right, your land is soaked in riches. But you ain't got shit. There's a reason why, man. Go ahead, huh?
They have forsaken the Lord. They have provoked the Holy One of Israel unto anger. They are gone away backward. Why should ye be stricken anymore?
Yeah, why should I strike you? Meaning, why should I continue to whip you? Because every time I judge you, I punish you. You niggas still do what the hell you do. You know, the Spirit had us read the book of Judges. All throughout the book.
And the Lord waxed hot against Israel.
Every chapter.
Every
other verse.
In a certain chapters, it was Jacob that called upon the Lord. He would show mercy by raising up a judge unto Israel.
Yeah,
but then turn around and to deliver them.
They'll wait till the judge is dead, and then they go back to worship.
That had not known the last judge.
Right.
And then the Lord waxed hot against Israel because of the wickedness exceedingly was evermore again. And then, you know, and this was years of just going back and forth for this. Time after time. They put that in a short amount of space. What did Charlie Jacob's a habitual line crosser with the Most High, man. Line stepper. Right. You got it, brother.
Why should ye be stricken anymore? Ye will revert more and more.
Hey, the more I give you mercy, the more you turn, and it said that, I think, the more you turn back to wickedness. The more I deliver you from something because you was wicked, and you turn and cry unto me, and I'll raise up a judge to deliver you. As soon as that judge is dead, You back at it like I never did nothing for you. You will revolt more and more. Go ahead, bro.
The whole head is sick, and the whole heart is faint. From the sole of the foot even unto the head, there is no soundness in it, but wounds and bruises, and purifying sores. And
Putrefying sores once you have a wound that gets infected, it begins to take you over. You can die from that. Well, that's how Jake is.
They have not been closed, neither bound up, neither mollified with ointment. Your country is desolate, your cities are burned with fire. Your land, strangers devour it in your presence, and is desolate and overthrown by strangers. And the daughter of Zion,
And that's why you don't even have your own heritage. That's why you're in a land where you're serving your enemies, man. All right? That's why you don't have your own military. You don't have your own banks. You don't have your own currency. You don't have shit, man. You got to go to your enemies for the one of all things. The Lord stripped you and made you this low because of your doings, man. The Lord, like, I could set y'all up. I've always taken care of you. But because y'all always want to play the whore and go out there and wild out, you know, worship these other gods and be a bunch of deviants, this is why you're gonna go through these conditions, man.
Yeah.
You're broken. You're mentally diseased, man. There's no soundness. That's talking about the fullness of health.
Yeah.
That's why Yahweh Shai was our physician, man.
You're gonna make them back full of health. Start with a healthy mind and spirit. And then we're gonna get a healthy body to contain that mind and spirit. Hey, could you read that part again where it says our enemies devoured before you? Because I'm gonna put it in a modern day perspective of what's actually going on today as we speak. Go ahead, bro.
verse 7. Your country is desolate, your cities are burned with fire. Your land, strangers devour it in your presence.
Now, if you was so happy, or if you really had a sound mind, there's no way that you would live in a ghetto and allow all these other nations to come in there and poison you with their terrible ass food, with their drugs, with their cigarettes and their liquor stores that they're destroying you with. Okay? Those things are destroying. You would have outrage about them coming into your neighborhoods, especially these liquor stores. So what are they pushing these liquor stores? Malt liquor and bad, cheap poison for your body. Literally, wicked spirits.
Cigarettes too.
I was gonna say next, cigarettes, blunts, and all of that other stuff. That stuff is there because they can make money off of it. But if you cared about yourself and your people, you wouldn't let these heathen come in and be comfortable in your neighborhood.
Much similar to how they always have a Duke restaurant, you know?
Yeah.
So
Jake's eating there till their kids got put.
that fast food, because that's still not good food. They might have some veggies in it, but fried rice don't count, you know? Because that's all greasy, and then a lot of the times it's not even real meat. Or if it is meat, it's not. It's like
meat, all right.
it's meat, but it's like it's your dog with some pit.
Or they put pork in everything.
Plastic rice too.
God. So that's blowing you too, and that's messing your mind and your spirit up from that. You know?
That's how you allow your enemies to devour you in front of your face. Okay? They come right in your neighborhood. That's something that you can apply today. They come right in your neighborhoods with 7-Elevens and corner stores, and they give you the stuff you don't need. Why don't you ask for Whole Foods to come in your neighborhood and feed you something good? Why don't you ask for a good place and to have reasonable prices in your neighborhood?
And
But y'all don't want that anyway.
And a lot of times in the hood too, like the brother mentioned 7-Eleven, you got 7-Elevens accepting EBT. So you know if Jacob spend his whole food stamp for that month on 7-Eleven stuff, and it's nothing but just BS snacks up in there.
Yeah. You can read on that. I just wanted to make that point because that's one that you should be easily able to see. You know, that's going on today. Every Jake should be able to understand that these liquor stores are destroying you. All right, you got it, bro.
And it is desolate and overthrown by strangers. And the daughter of Zion is less left as a cottage in a vineyard.
Overthrown. You let these liquor stores with the malt liquor and the cigarettes and the fast food and all of that into your neighborhood, and now that's got your spirit on something way different. Got your health all messed up.
Done.
Okay, but you can't wait for it to get into town. I can't wait to get a big and tasty. You know what I'm saying? Make it spicy with chicken.
Gone,
Whatever it is.
Because what the brother is talking about, Esau calls it food deserts, just specifically talking about food, where it's basically a lack of produce within a certain mile radius of where a bunch of Israelites stay, you know. And in that food desert, you have nothing but McDonald's and Wendy's and or down south Zaxby's and all that BS. Basically the high acidic foods without fruits and vegetables in it.
I got the water for bringing that up. I almost forgot about it. Today, the federal government gave out food stamps early for February, right? And a lot of cities in this country, especially you Jake, poor neighborhoods, everybody went and spent up all their money on EBT this month on food. But guess what was taken out these stores? You look at shelves, all the meat was gone. Meat, chicken, fish, all gone.
Crab legs, shrimp.
All of that gone. That and processed foods, all gone. The only thing that was still there was vegetables.
Niggas about to barbecue and they food stamps about to be cut off.
Everything that was there still was vegetables. All the chips, all the Kool-Aid and juice and sodas, they depleted all that. All the meat, they depleted all of that.
Hey, you niggas gonna have a horrible time, man. Y'all about to go into something that y'all ain't never seen before, man. Hey, Jake is really, Jake is gonna really have a barbecue to be like, oh yeah, well, a celebration for it by grabbing all those things, because in the time of famine, or when all hell breaks loose, you ain't gonna have electricity, you know. So all those meats that you do buy, they gonna have to spoil, and you can't eat them all before they cook. I mean, and if you choose to eat them all or cook them all before it's spoiled and eat them, that's just gonna make your body worse, because a heavy meat diet brings forth death. You know, that's why the scriptures tell you about herbs. Herbs is like better is a field of herbs than a stalled ox. You know?
As a lodge in a garden of cucumbers, as a besieged city, except the Lord of hosts had left unto us a very small remnant, we should have been as Sodom, and we should have been like unto Gomorrah.
Yeah. Everybody would have been done, killed off.
We didn't create the elect.
Yeah.
We'd all be through. We'd all be through, man. Because it tells you that all Israel transgressed the law of the Most High. So that's why the evil that's been done against us, they have not been done the light as unto Jerusalem. You know, that's why Jake suffered the most evil, the most hell. You know? So that's why for the Lord's elect sake, He's going to save the nation of Israel through them.
That's why he said, I will not utterly destroy the house of Jacob. Because that remnant, the 144,000, are going to be the ones that he saved, you know? One-third.
Yeah, that was it.
Because you imagine if the Lord left us no prophets, you know, there was no men of the Lord, there was no, there was no Moses, there was no, Elijah, there was no Job, there was, no righteous men.
Yeah.
We'd all be done. You know?
Something, I gotta say this real quick, something special that happened with the second covenant. Okay? It was the grounds of the second covenant. Everybody was condemned. Everybody but Yahushua was condemned by the law of the first covenant. And the new covenant, but let me say this about the old covenant also. The old covenant was for the whole nation to do this. It was about the whole nation had to do it, or everybody got punished. Right now, it's a better ministry, meaning those that are of the elect, that have that special spirit to do righteousness, they're going to still do it, and they're not going to get punished with the wicked. Now there's a separation between the wicked and the righteous. The righteous don't have to suffer for the deeds of the wicked. Okay? Because the righteous won't learn righteousness. I mean, the unrighteous won't learn righteousness. The wicked won't learn it. Okay, so now the elect get mercy when the 2/3 don't get it. So with that being said, the righteous now can bring back the unrighteous unto righteousness through their loins because of Yahweh Shah Mashiach in the second covenant. It's a big thing that people forget, man. We don't have to die with you wicked ass niggas no more. King David prayed that the Most High would to not pray for the wicked. Hey, we don't have to die with you no more. I pray for them, I pray not for the wicked. I pray for the elect, the righteous, the good, not for the wicked of our people. Now there's a separation between the two. Okay, and we're the why do you have our shit for that? We're allowing us to have a chance to be righteous and to get salvation versus being punished with the rest of the wicked, even though we're trying to do righteousness. Because many of these scriptures, when we was all judged as a nation, they were trying their best to be as righteous as they possibly could in that time. But we all fell short. Now we have a way to get out, and it's through Yahweh Shah particularly, and through faith and works. I just kind of want to make that point because we ain't got to doubt you wicked ass people no more, man. You niggas get us killed every damn time.
Luke chapter 11, verse 47 through 50. Woe unto you, for ye build the sepulchres of the prophets, and your fathers killed them.
Hey, because we're the examples, or the men of that time anyway, were the examples of righteousness. You hated them. So what would you do? You set it up so you can kill them, man. It was our people always killing the prophets, man, or having the prophets put to death. You particularly, Pontius Pilate didn't want to kill Yahweh Shah. He's like, man, I ain't see no crime in this dude. But you, Jason's like, nah, man, kill him and let the known murderer and thief go.
Yeah.
How wicked is that, man?
They want,
It's like, hell, this man has done nothing wrong. He's innocent.
They want the thug nigga, man. Just like the black woman.
Yeah.
I want the thug nigga. I don't want the good dude. I want the thug nigga.
Yep, not the one that can help me in life. Be good for me.
They want the hood nigga, man.
Then she get knocked up and shit, he leaves.
Yeah.
Then now she want the good guy.
Now she want the good nigga.
To come save me.
Is there any good men left?
Now that's the question now. Right.
I'm a queen with 3 beautiful children. Get the fuck out of here.
3 blessings.
Sound like 3 mistakes to me.
They call them blessings.
I didn't see them.
All right, verse 48. Truly ye bear witness that ye allow the deeds of your fathers, for they indeed killed them, and ye built their sepulchres. Therefore also saith the wisdom of the Most High, I will send them prophets and apostles, and some of them they shall slay and persecute, that the blood of all the prophets which was shed from the foundations of the world may be required of this generation.
You got a lot to pay for, you 2/3. Y'all done spilled the blood of the prophets. Hey, you gonna spill some of the blood of the prophets now as martyrs. But their blood is gonna be required at your hand for killing righteous and innocent men. Okay? Particularly Yahweh Shai, man. Particularly Yahweh Shai. That's the one that's gonna hurt the most.
Yeah, we can't forget you the one that said let his blood be upon us and our children.
Yep.
So the Lord recorded that against you.
Okay. Hold on, jot that down. Okay, I got you. I will.
Yeah.
That's why the scripture says it's going to be a time like there's never been before.
Yeah.
This is the time, man. This is that generation, man. 2019, this is the fucking generation that's going to catch hell, man.
That's right.
You know, and they catching hell down in Venezuela, Brazil, you know?
Mexico, anything south of the border right now, it's lit, man. There's a reason why all the caravans are trying to get over here, man.
It's going to get
It's a
worse.
fucking nightmare down
It's
there.
going to get worse.
But it's, hey, like the brother said, man, the Lord he's not gonna let up on you tribes, man. And this is only the beginning of it. You know? You're gonna start hearing about Israelites dying like by thousands, tens of thousands at once. You know how the Lord be killing those the heathens over there, like Indonesia and, Philippines, and
1,200 here.
you hear about 2,000 over here that died of a typhoon or something like that.
Yeah.
The Lord gonna start moving like that on you tribes too.
In 1 Corinthians 10.
Oh, Yahweh Shai.
Fell in one day, 23,000.
23,000.
Yeah.
20, yeah. 3 and 20,000. Yep, 23,000.
I got
In
something
one
right
day.
there. You have more? Okay. Well, backing up something that you said earlier about the time that we're living in, right? It's Matthew 24 and 21. It said, "For then shall be great tribulation, such as was not since the beginning of the world to this time, no, nor ever shall be. And except those days should be shortened, there should no flesh be saved, but for the elect's sake, those days shall be shortened."
Yep.
If it weren't for the elect, man, this would be a slow punishment, man. And all the demise of our entire people, we'd be watching it happen, waiting for our day to get destroyed. But because he's speeding up the times, hey, it's bearable for us, man. But this is a time like we've never seen before. There's never been this much tribulation and wickedness on the planet at once. And the elect gotta weather this storm through it, man. Only way is through the Spirit in righteousness, man, to get through this. If you had some, didn't? Okay. You had something else. Did I have something else? Oh yeah, Matthew 24 and 21. It says, "For then shall be great tribulation, such as was not since the beginning of the world to this time, no, nor ever shall be." I'm going to say, Michael shall stand up in that day.
It's Amos 9 and 8. "Behold, the eyes of the Lord power are upon the sinful kingdom."
And that's talking about Israel.
Okay.
But this place, America, is what houses a lot of Israel. And the Americas, anyway, that houses Israel. And the wickedness is perpetuated here in America, too. And this place has to be destroyed, just like the 2/3 got to be destroyed. Because if this place continued on, the 2/3 would come back and be wicked again also. So this and the 2/3 got to go. Go ahead, bro.
"And I will utterly destroy from off the face of the earth, saving that I will not utterly destroy the house of Jacob."
But he will not utterly destroy the house of Jacob. He's going to leave a remnant. He's going to leave the elect. You got the
Pie chart.
Yep. This much got to go, man. This much of our people got to go. Only this much is going to be saved. It's not much at all, man. Not much at all. You got it out. Read that part again.
"Saving that I will not utterly destroy the house of Jacob, saith the Lord. For lo, I will command and I will sift the house of Israel among all nations, like as corn is sifted in the sea. Yet shall not the least grain fall upon the earth."
The elect is going to make it out, man. Right? But also, you Israelites that don't know that you're Israelites, you're going to fall down and be on the level of the heathen either. You're going to come back into the fold. That's the gospel. That's part of the good news. You get to come back and be Israelites again. Instead of thinking you're a so-called white man, thinking you an Asian, thinking you East Indian or whatever other nation that you might be, a Japhet, a Polynesian or whatever, you know, you get to be an Israelite again. You got it, bro.
"All the sinners of my people shall die by the sword, which say, the evil shall not overtake nor prevent us."
First Peter, everybody has some? 1 Peter chapter 4, verse 17. "For the time has come that judgment must begin at the house of the Most High God.
Yep.
And if it first begin at us," and Trump literally said, you blacks and Latinos are the ones that's going to catch it the hardest with this shutdown. So y'all the ones that's going to really catch it.